Hi, I'm Professor David, here to talk about Canadian federal income tax and the home buyers plan, which is part of the Registered Retirement Savings Plan. Basically speaking, a while ago, the government said they really like it when people go to buy houses, but what was happening is everybody's money was tied up in an RSP, and then they wanted that money out, but they didn't want to be taxed on it. So what the government came up with is this cool idea where basically you can take up to $25,000 per person. So imagine a husband and a wife want to buy a house. They've been contributing to their RSP for a while, and let's say there was $100 grand in each RSP. Well, they can each take $25,000 out, 50 grand, and put that 50 grand down towards a house. Now the trick is, there's a couple of rules. The first rule is that it has to be a qualifying home, which by October 1st of the year following withdrawal. So basically you just can't take the money out and do nothing with it. You got to buy a house. Next thing is you got to live in that house within 1 year. And the next thing is that you have to have owned a home. You cannot have owned a home in the previous 4 years to withdrawing the money from the home buyers plan. Now, for a lot of people, they don't have any problem qualifying for these particular issues at all because they've never had a house before. So now you've got the $25,000 out and you've put it against the fund. As long as there was the $100,000 in there, there's no problem. But let's say there was only $20,000 in there and you want to take the 25 out and you put in 5 just the year before. Well, as far as the government's concerned, if you put in 5,000 and you take out the $5,000 within 90 days of the contribution of the $5,000 doesn't count. And there's no deduction for the $5,000 contribution. So the better way is to have monies in there for quite some time and then you don't have any real issues. The repayment must happen the second year after withdrawal. Now, not the whole thing, but just a part of it. There's no maximum amount that you can put back in again, but there is a minimum amount. And the minimum amount basically works as 1/15 of the balance. So over the course of 15 years, you have to put the whole amount back in again. And the way the formula works is 1/15 the first year, 1/14 the next year, 1/13 the next year, until eventually you reach down to the end point. Now, if you don't contribute any money at all, you just say, to heck with it, I'm not going to contribute it. Well, then what the government does is it attributes, or basically says, that you've earned an extra, you're taxed an extra $1/15 of the balance. So if you had, for example, a $100,000 loan, we actually couldn't do. If you took a $25,000 out, 1/15 times $25,000 would be added to your taxable income, and you'd have to pay tax on that, even if you never contributed any money at all. So basically speaking, the government is basically taking away the non-repayment of the home buyers plan as if you took the money out, and they're taxing you on the money that you would have withdrawn equal to 1/15 of the balance.